What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this episode of On the Bench with Pete. I'm doing a few figures. Well, a couple of them are for a diorama that I want to build for my wife's book, but I'll only be working on one of those because the other one is going to be, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on it because it's a golem and it's a clay golem. So I'll show you him before we get to it. It's him there, it's clay golem. So I'll be doing a tutorial on him. It's Reaper Bones model, or Reaper Legends model. So I'll be doing that in a separate video. But the rest of the stuff I'll be doing here as well. I don't think I'll be doing anything other than that because I want to get them finished. I've got my Zombicide. You see it up there? Look there, right above my finger. The Angry Neighbours edition, which I want to save for a video all on its own, because I've got the zombies to do, and of course the characters and that, and the extra characters. Explain more about that when we get to it. Other than that, yeah, grab your glues, brushes, models and paints, and we can get together and get rid of all those models that we haven't painted up, or at least get another chunk of that done. Get some beverage as well, tea, coffee, water, alcohol, whatever you want, and put this on in the background. It's going to be about an hour, I hope. I'm getting better day by day. You all know by now, the misfortunes that have befallen me, or most of the misfortunes that have befallen me, I should say. I'm starting to feel more positive now, and hopefully I'm turned a corner, and I can get back on track and on top of making videos for you all. So yeah, so let's get to the bench. Right, so here we are with my figures that I mentioned just now, and I'm going to crack right on with this female barbarian, if you don't mind. And the reason is I just filmed a segment of my clay golem tutorial, and I was using Rhinox hide, heavily watered down, which is what I'm going to use for this scabbard that I've got here on her belt, on her side, however you call it. Now, I have literally about an hour ago just come home from like an assessment, recruitment interview type thing. I'll tell you now, and it'll shock some of you. It'll shock probably two of you. With Asda Superstores. Yes, I know guys, I said I wasn't going to go back to retail, but times are hard and I can't afford to be picky, and so yeah, I'm going for it, trying to go for it anyway. So yeah, office job finished, so back to needing a job. So, well, there you go. Actually, I'll use this for the pommel of the sword, is it? Pommel of the sword, I think that's a good word there. Yeah, and I should know by Tuesday whether I'm successful or not. Personally, I think I will be because of how I performed, but if I'm not, I'm not. I'm not going to be like, alright, or whatever then. I think I was pretty successful demonstrating my skills today. And I'll be totally honest with you, Sainsbury's set me up for that. It did. Set me up to do well in that assessment because it was role task based, and yeah, so what I would be doing is part of what we did today. going to put some of this darker flesh over an area of her leg that I previously missed. There we go, that's nice. That's good. Oh, she's coming on leaps and bounds. I'll put some texture on her base and she should be almost done, I reckon. So I'll just pop her to one side a minute. Now this werewolf, I'm going to use Darko Flesh on the flats of his hands. Because I want them to retain a sort of, I don't know, like almost a person skin texture on the palms of his paws, I suppose you call them. Yeah, that's exactly what. Do you know, at this assessment I thought I recognised a girl that turned up there. I thought I recognised her from Sainsbury's, to be honest with you. Yeah. So yeah, I'll get this out of the way and off my chest first, guys. Yes, I applied for a job at Asda. It's only temporary, so, you know, it'll do for now. It'll help me pay the bills until such time as I can get a better job. But all being well, hopefully I'll be able to. And things will be tight till I get paid, regardless of whether it's you know, a job or I can land some benefit or something to tide me over. But it seems to be a constant, no end of struggle lately. I don't know. And those of you know, I left for Royal Mail. You know why that didn't work out? I just guess I'm just too old for it all now, you know. Actually, I might do. Yeah. Darko Flesh on the other side of his hands too. That's more like it. I don't know what shift pattern they would want me to work on. I really don't. But I believe they're looking for nights primarily and some checkout staff. They're open 24 hours, so I don't know how busy they are. There's a store. I am hoping that the lights won't go dim after a certain time. I'm really hoping they won't. Because I found that hurt my eyes and could often lead to headaches. When they turn the lighting down. Right, there we go. Right, okay, so that's his hands. I think his feet should be the same. That's just what I think. But I'm going to do the rest of him skeleton horde. Contrast paint. So glad I'm not doing a tutorial on this one, because this is really making it up as I go along. But yeah. So for those of you that know me from Sainsbury's, he has the job. It's replaying again. Well, at least I hope it is. The warehouse is bigger there. And I would imagine it's more on a par with Marsh Mills in terms of size and scale. So the warehouse is like, I'd say it was 3 times the size of the one at Armada Way. So this dries, I can I think I'm going to use Skeleton Horde for the rest. Or for him. I might just use that there. There's a beautiful detail on this werewolf figure. Really, really good. And I think it's time, after I wash this brush out, Darko Flesh, just pop that paint away there. For a sip of coffee. Yeah, so I know it looks a bit weird right now. I'm hoping it won't look quite so weird when I put the Skeleton Horde on him. So I'm going to do his nose, probably Black Templar. This is utilising contrast paints in a more precise manner. I've got a headache, that's why I'd mentioned that. I took some Solpadines earlier. Actually, I'll leave the Darko Flesh out because I've missed spots, and yeah. Put the Rhinox hide away though. Just it. I'm toying with the idea of doing a tutorial on this female werewolf, or just comparing and also doing like a conventional paint as opposed to a more, I don't know. Like the more modern way, I suppose. Not the more modern way, but a more modern way using contrast paints. Don't know. 2 different figures though, so it's, you know, be a waste of time comparing them, I guess. Got my assassin guy. His boots and skin need doing. Right, so his skin needs doing. So, Helium Flesh turn for that one. Really sees that. I need to do the inside of the cloak. Need to put a wash on that one. I think I'll use a blue wash because this is a Hordes figure. This. Yeah. In fact, it is. Lanisa Riesel, Nisa Sorceress, the character, it's a Minions solo character. You know, I'm not sure what she does, or even if I did at one point knew what she did. Never played with her in my Hordes army, so I'd have to look it up and see what she does. Right, so let me place my werewolf over here to the left, the drying section. Now, work out what I'm going to do on these three. Whilst I sip my coffee. So how's life with you guys? I hope all is well. I'm just going to pop my heater on again. The other day, actually it was on my last attempt at doing an on the bench video, which was the other day. It was so cold out here, I had the heater on all the time I was out here, and it didn't seem to warm up. It just didn't warm up. I don't know. Anyway, my thoughts shift and change as I'm talking, so I'm gonna, forgive me for zipping through different topics and back and forth. There's no real order to it at the moment. I'm still healing, physically and mentally. Reeling from what happened. I'm still glad I left Sainsbury's, because that was a situation which was really, really bad and should never have happened. And I'm not going to go into that, but I did learn a few things from it. And I hope that those things stand me in good stead for the future. I really do. For the first time, I'm actually seeing that there might be some kind of logical outcome to this, and some whys as to why I've experienced what I have. Anyway, I know that doesn't make sense to most of you, I know that. But to some of you it will. So, I'm wondering what to do next. I'll probably go with the flesh on him next. And then the back side of the inside of the cloak on her. And then I don't know what to do on her, but I will start her. Maybe a light brown or tan kind of colour for her, I think. Yeah, I think that would be best. Yeah. Oh, this coffee is lovely. I get it from Aldi. It's like their version of Nescafe, but it's not quite so strong. And that's nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like strong coffee, but sometimes it can be too bitter. This one's just an easier on the palate. Oh my, I took some painkillers just now for my headache. I've got a cracking headache. Light's going, so it's getting dark. So I'm just going to check what time of day it is here. At the time of recording, it is 25 to 5. Well, no wonder it's getting dark, eh? No wonder. Yeah, so... Yeah, Katie of question. Go with him. This is Assassin guy. And my Barbarian lady that I was working on, they're both for D&D. And this werewolf here, he's going to be for my diorama. But, when things pick up financially, I'm thinking of getting a werewolf, a couple of werewolves for my... one for D&D as well, as a monster. 2 for my World of Darkness games, because up until this point, they've always been theatre of the mind, very, very much so. And I've not really represented anything. It's all been completely 100% theatre of the mind. But how awesome would it be to lay down some figures like that and say, right, I'm turning into a Krynos werewolf here now. And so yeah, here we go. Battle it out like that. It'd be nice, I think. Well, it'd be worth a go, just to see how it pans out. Anyway, enough of that. Still drying. Along with my clay golem, which I've started for the tutorial. Yeah, I just got a thing for golems lately. Doing different ones. And yeah. So when he wants to paint a golem, I'm your man. I think I'll probably do his longing cloth next. Or should I do that separately at the end? I don't know. Things running through my mind. And I'm delaying starting work on the painting of this because I'm enjoying my coffee so much. Oh, yum. That was really nice. Let's give this a good shake. Then I'm going to pop a little bit onto my palette. Not quite that much, or even that much. And that's too much as it is, I think. Water that down. So it's Saturday today, folks. Sunday tomorrow. And yeah, end of the week already. End of my wife's week off. I can't believe how quickly that's gone. I have to neaten this up on the inside of his hood. Oh, that's all right. Right. Okay. There. That. I love how quick certain stages go when you're onto the latter stages of a model. Yeah, it's brilliant. Right, okay. So I'll pop him over there. Right, now I'm going to do a shade wash. I'm going to do a blue one. Or should I do a glaze? No, I'll do a glaze because they don't do them anymore on GW, so I don't know. Gilliman Blue is a beautiful shade, but no, I think I'll do Drakenhof Nightshade. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. Drakenhof Nightshade. The inside of her cloak. Let me use this. Got some crappy brushes, but when I say crappy brushes, I mean not the sort I would go for doing immense detail with. Okay, right, so this is going on quite well. And what I find, because this cloak is next to some lead belcher, what I find is the blue shade, whether you get a blue shade or blue glaze or whatever, if you happen to accidentally go over like metal areas, it doesn't look that bad. It just makes it look like a colder colour steel. So I'm not that worried about that. I'm just glad to get my minions character painted. I've got a couple of minions characters to do. I've got some Signar to do. No, Signar. Legion of Everblight. I don't think I've got any more Circle Orbrus. Don't think. Put that over her armour there anyway. Right. That's her done. Right, now we come back to, or we don't come back to, we come to this lady here. Or this werewolf here. I want to really like brown for her, I think. Let's get some out. Let's have a look. So you got Tarlight Ochre, I think will be in the future of this werewolf. Talon Sand, that might be a good combination. Stylian Drug, maybe, who knows. Valor Brown. Yeah, all these, we've got these. I think we'll go with Talon Sand as a... I'll put the Cadian Flesh Tone away, so I don't need that. Talon Sand. Actually, I think I've got... Yeah. An open Talon Sand. I've also got Xandri Dust, which is also a good colour, which would be... Xandri Dust. I'm going with Talon Sand stuff. Make a decision. That's what you got to do. Make a decision. Oh wow, we're nearly halfway through this already. I can't believe this. Time going so quick. Now, with this, I'm going to put some Lavea Medium with it, I think. And some water as well. And I'm just going to really water it down. So that's more than enough paint. Big huge blob of Lavea Medium. And some water. Right, okay. And all over, I think. That's nice and thin, so the black will show through. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Yeah, this is gonna look alright, I think. I repositioned the armour slightly. The arm, not armour. The arm slightly. Not to convert, I just wanted it to be a slightly different pose. There were two, I don't know. I know it seemed too straight to my liking, so I just bent it a little. Yeah, so this is going to be a really thin cover of Talon Sand. And I'm okay with that. I think I'll put an Hygrox Earthshade wash over the model when that's done, and then highlight. No. Painting this the old way. Yeah, I think I impressed them at Asda today. I think I did really well. I dressed the aisles really well and really quickly too. So yes, liking that. So yeah, I know it's hard to see and visualize right now, but yeah, I really like that. So off to the drying station. Oh, turn that heater off again. It's getting quite warm again. This is how it should be. It should warm up really quickly. So I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm feeling pretty good. So it'll be kind of, if I get this as the job, it'll be kind of, you know, the same sort of thing as what I've done, but it'll also be new as well, because I will be learning slightly new methods and ways of doing things. Maybe a little bit of new terminology here and there. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I think all in all, it's going to be good. Right, so we'll come back to the Lady Barbarian. I think I need to do some texture stuff on astrogranite debris. Put that on her base. So let me know, as always, what you guys are working on, because I'm interested. I find it fascinating what you guys are working on. I know Jamjar has been working on his Astra Militarum, or his Imperial Guard. That's super exciting. You know, just the thought of it, it's like, I'm thinking, I've got a small, well, I've got some guard stuff I could be doing. I've got another tank to do as well of theirs, which is quite exciting. But I've got a small squad of Astra Militarum, Cadian shock troopers to do. Might break them out and do them sometime. Like I say, I've got the tank, which is all. I think it's is it a Chimera? I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's a Chimera. Well, the canteen looks better, guys. It's like an actual canteen. I know it probably won't be working overnight, but the fact that it is an actual canteen is quite, you know, hey, that's good. Promising. They've got vending machines there. I mean, they had them at where I used to work, but my buddy was saying that they're taking them away. Which isn't good. Just getting this it looks amazing once you've done the basing, I think, on a miniature. I love doing it, you know. I'm starting to get my passion back for it as I see hope in the future, you know. So yeah, I think Wednesday is the day I've got my bakery interview. No, Footlocker interview. And I think Tuesday is the day I've got my bakery interview. And that's fine. That'll be good. See, what's appealing there is working in town. It's quite good. find that quite appealing. And what's quite good about if I was to work at Asda, well, I used to go there as a kid, and I'm quite a nostalgic person, you know. I just am. Right, so next, come back to this guy. I think we'll try and do Black Templar on his nose. Try and do, we'll do it. Big enough holder, and he drops it. There we are. We'll do skeleton horde next time. There's another type of black that I want to get sometime. Forget the name of it now. It's not a bad black. It's not quite such a black as the bad black. It's more like a really dark grey black. That could be handy. It's like grey liner type of thing, which is good. Right, I'll do the base on this assassin. Paint grey. So we need a grey. Grey green? Yeah, we'll use a grey green. And it's gonna have a model colour. Cool. What we got? My headache is really throbbing. I think that grey is going to be a good match. I'll put a good dark of Lamea medium in with that because I'll thin it down a bit. And here we go. There we are. Base done. I'm wondering whether I ought to put my Lamea medium in a dropper bottle sometime. Make it easier, a bit easier, perhaps, because it is a medium. Who knows? Who knows? Right, next on the agenda. I can't do my Golem because he's for tutorial. I could go back to her. I could put some basing on her. I'm not sure how the other ones are based yet, so I'll leave that for now. That's a bit tricky. Need to be back with this then. Skeleton horde then. Now I want to apply this quite accurately with a quite a bit of degree of accuracy, so yeah, I'll use this brush. Do need to get some more brushes actually when I get a new job. Finances allow it. Okay. Right, so here are. I know this isn't the quickest way of doing it with a smaller brush, but it's going to give me more control and accuracy. Now he's got teeth there, so I want to come in later at some point. And I want his teeth, I want him to be quite white on his. Let's do his eyes again. Messed that up. Didn't mean to go in the eye sockets. Oh well. I'm just not too great at eyes. That's one area I really wish I was better at. Eyes. Because a good eye, a well painted eye, is a really fantastic looking thing. Okay. I'm liking the look of it. This. Asda are open 24 hours, guys. Well, the one I'm applying to is, except for Sundays, of course. But yeah. So always customers in store. I mean, I think hopefully that means the lights won't go dim, but they may do. Just because there's not going to be as many customers in the store as there at that time. I wouldn't have thought. Really loving this model. This is amazing. I'm so glad I've got this model. Like I say, I may have to get some more of these. At least painting this on here and saying what I'm painting it and what I'm painting it with gives me a kind of a record, a log of how I painted him. So if I do end up getting more in the future, and I want to paint them the same way, because you know I may like the way this is turning out, which I think I might. I may think, I'd like to do them the same. So Darko Flesh on his hands and feet, and Skeleton Horde on the rest of his body so far. But apparently they were discussing us this afternoon, what they thought of us. So I'm hoping they got good vibes from me. I really am, because I did my best for showing. Hopefully, I'm a good egg. And I hope they saw that. The trainers, like not a trainer guy, but like an HR guy. I was the first one there, you know, of the inductees or whatever. Not inductees, but applicants. I was the first one there. Hopefully that was noticed. I'm really loving the way this is coming out, guys. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. I primed him with Vallejo White first. Yeah. All over. Oh, he's come out really well. Really liking that. Yeah, I do like that. The way he's going to be stalking. I've got a bridge actually I can start painting. That might be an idea. I wonder. Thing is, it's quite big. I'm wondering whether to use my Createx airbrush colours. It's an opaque colour, black. So I don't know if that'll be. No. Do it being black, really. I think I've got Panzer Grey. It's quite a big thing. Now here's the bridge in question. I love the smell of MDF. I just love it. I was contemplating airbrushing this, which might be the way to go. Then I think hand brushing it gives it a good kind of texture. There's sort of a texture with it. Oops, don't want to paint everywhere. Right, so yeah. So if I do that, perhaps we can zoom out a bit for that. You know, like that's as far out as I can go. This is the bridge for the diorama. So yeah. Yeah, I might. I could use Panzer Grey. In fact, I'm going to stuff it. Let's give it a bit of a shake here. I'm going to water it down as well, but essentially this is going to be it, because I'm going to do my stone effect on this bridge. So the thing is, it will mean actually I've got quite a few greys, so I'm not too bothered about that, but it will use up quite a lot of paint. So that's good. Get this done. Stone bridge, and it's in the diorama. It's not like the main bridge of the story, which is based. Well, not. It's not like the story is based around the bridge. No, don't get me wrong. But there is a main bridge in the area of what the book is set in. But it's one of many. There's many bridges in it, so that's the thing, you know. I don't want people to think, oh, it's the main bridge. There's umpteen bridges in the architecture of the area. Kind of think Prague, and you'll be you know, in the right sort of frame of mind for what, you know, it looks like. So there's loads of different bridges in the place where the story is set. This is just one of them, so I'm going to utilise that. Gonna use it. Gonna use that. Yeah, I know it's a bit slower doing it this way, but you do get like brush strokes and things like that you pick up when you're doing it by hand, and I want that for the stonework. Anything extra is a bonus, you know. I'm not going to do the inside of the rails, that's just a bit pedantic for the diorama. I will do the tops though. So that's good. All looking good here, folks. It's actually called Leon Bridge, if anybody's interested. This one, I think it's from Venice. You know, Leon Bridge, based on a real bridge in Venice. It's from TT Combat. If anybody's interested, I think they do some of the best terrain, bar none. You know, MDF terrain. I love MDF terrain. I don't know about you folks, but I have a bit of a weakness for it. I just love it. Doesn't have soak up paint though, doesn't it? I may look to some cheaper paints. I want this primer on it though, because it's it's good primer and it's going to be a good sealant for the other colours to adhere to. It does soak up paint though, that's the only thing. I may, don't know, I may do black after this. I'm not sure. No, I don't think I will. I'll stick with greys, I think. It was fairly easy to put together this. I mean, a lot of these you don't get instructions with, do you? But I mean, I think you can download them on some. For the most part, you don't really need it. It's funny because when I was a young man, I applied to ASDA before to work. Never got anywhere really. Now the world's gone digital, it seems it's definitely easier to put yourself in front of an employer. Say, look, this is me. Do you know what I mean? You kind of have no or little choice but to acknowledge you. I mean, yeah, they can ignore you. Of course, they can ignore you, but not as easy, I don't think. Right, we'll do this side now. I may do these. I don't know. I may do the bricks separate colour. On the outside, I may do. What do you think, folks? Hey? Get this bridge done in primer. And that's another step towards my diorama done. Not that I'm rushing to get that done. Heck, the book isn't even finished yet. But I just wanting to work on this. I'm so excited for it. I've been a writer myself in the past. I've written stuff. So I'll say, as a writer and as someone that is empathetic to writing, I understand fully writer's block. Whether you believe in it or not, it doesn't really matter. The point is, the result is still the same. You're not writing. So I get that. So when my wife, she's got a little bit of writer's block at the moment, and I know it's due to the stress of our life at the moment, the fact that, struggling to get a job and everything else that the real world throws at you. It interrupts the creative flow, the creativity, and that I totally get. But when she starts writing and sends over, chapters and so on, I'm really excited because I really look forward to the next installment of what's going on in the story. I'm like, wow, this is brilliant, and I just can't wait to read the next bit. It is absolutely amazing. It's I'd say it was probably one of the big perk for being my wife's editor. So I get to see where the story's going first, and that's super exciting stuff. It really is. I may do these bricks separate, the ones on the bottom here. There's some bricks underneath the like these. Is it balustrades? Is that what you call them? I can't remember now. I may do them separately. Like I did. I don't know if any of you remembers when I was doing the. I was painting up stuff for the Batman miniatures game, the Marvel miniatures game, and that did a police station. It was all made up of. It was MDF with the bricks laser etched into the side of the building, and I did every brick separately. Slightly different colours, and it looked fantastic. It looked phenomenal. May do that for the bottom of this bridge here. Let's get this bit done now. Right, so that's the primer done for the bridge, which will not take long to dry because, like I say, it's very absorbent. I think underneath I'll just paint normal black and see how that goes on. I might even use the the Createx paint for underneath, because I'm planning on doing on the diorama itself. I'm planning on doing water effect as well. Yeah. Got some filler to use as well, so I can really plan where I place the bridge and how I do it. Right, glasses off. So that's it for this episode. Done some good work. Really pleased with the well, if he could be on the bridge at some point facing off against some vampires or well, I don't want to put any spoilers in it, but he could be facing off, excuse me, against someone or something. Got the hiccups now for some reason. Don't know why, because I've been painting. Still got my brain in a jar. It's still liquid. It doesn't even matter if it does. I quite like it like that, the way it just moves around, because it's airtight, I guess. Anyway, right. So thanks ever so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys and watching it and giving me support, and you know, it really helps me. You've helped me along there, and that's good. Thank you so much. I'm gonna sign off now though, and say thanks for watching. Remember, all brushes eat tour. If you want to check out my Patreon, please head on over there. It's $1 a month, and you know, don't worry, guys. You know, it'll work it out for you as to $1 a month. So that's all you need. It works out to, and yeah, you'll get access to free content, extra content, ad-free content, and behind-the-scenes stuff. So yeah, that would really help me, especially at the moment with things being the way they are, to get back on my feet, back on track. I'm very fortunate to have all this stuff I can work on now in the interim till I get myself sorted, and you know, I'm looking forward to the future for that. So thanks so much for watching. Remember, all brushes lead towards. See you on the next one, I hope, and bye for now. Bye.